is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, here with Hex today.
Hey, hello.
And we are covering NXT Battleground, which will be taking place in Las Vegas inside of the UFC arena.
Viva Las Vegas!
How excited are you for this one, to be actually in a UFC place?
I am very curious to see, not only because we've never been inside of that building, so just to see the atmosphere of it, and not only see that lovely octagon.
I mean, we've seen it with the drone pictures, or the little drones that they've been doing, but we haven't really seen much of it.
No.
So this will be definitely interesting. So we got a couple matches to get through. Why don't you start us on off?
Alright, so the first match we are calling is going to be NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match with Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Fallon Henley, Kalani Jordan, Michin, and Sol Ruka. Now, it's not uncommon that we're all a bit scattered on our picks here.
Especially with like a ladder match or a six-way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. These are always fun to call. So, there's two of us in Desario and Cauldron picking Lash Legend. Flash and Hex picking Fallon Henley. Pyro picking Michin. And you picked Sol Ruka. So, why Sol Ruka?
I think that she's kind of an underdog. You know, people tend to look at the other ones in here and go, okay, Lash Legend has metaphor. You have Jada Parker, who has Out of the Mud, that group. Fallon Henley just got done with Josh and Briggs. You have Kalani Jordan, who just came up. She did a really good job in the NXT Breakout Star Tournament. Michin has done stuff on the main roster. She made a name for herself in NXT Gold, Black and Gold. Sol Ruka is the one that just kind of came back from injury and is coming out of the woodwork, still making a big name for herself.
And funny that's how it is for her right now, because when I was telling you who the contestants were, the only name I couldn't think of was Sol Ruka, and that's just because she's so in the background, and she just came back, that you almost forget she exists in this.
Yes, but her contending match was beautiful.
That could also prove to be what
brings this factor,
Yeah, is that no one's paying attention to her. She's, so far on the back burner for everybody that they feel she isn't a threat.
Exactly. And her, Soul Crusher? That move is absolutely beautiful. Once you get hit with that, it's kind of done. I love that move. That is one of my favorites. But, you look at everybody. Everybody's kind of got their own little story going on, aside from Sol Ruka. So she is really just hidden in the background.
See, and where my choice came from in Fallon Henley is I feel like right now she's the one getting the strongest push
out of everybody.
And she seems to be the one that's stuck in my memory the most out of all of the contestants on who seems to be at the forefront of the women in there.
Okay.
And she just stands out, and granted, very close, but I was between her and Lash.
Yeah.
I flip-flopped a little
Lash
bit there.
has the power.
She's got the power, and she's released Trick to his devices and focusing on her. And she's been trying to push it, and she is a intimidating-looking woman.
Do you see, now we obviously have Trick's match to talk about later on, but do you see if Lash and Trick both win their matches, a kiss in the middle of the ring tonight?
Nothing I actually thought about, actually. But we'll have to see. Because you think
about it, she let him go, so she can focus on her things, say she wins, and then you got Trick winning his.
In the hype of it, sure.
Yeah, definitely. I could totally see it. Or Trick comes out, boosting her. She comes out at the end of Trick pulls her in for that kiss.
Friends still rooting for each other. He even said he was rooting her on.
Right.
So.
And I mean, as far as I know, rumor-wise, outside of NXT doors, they are actually a couple.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now that's just cute.
That is.
I just think they're cute in general, though. So.
Yeah, I mean,
this is me not being a fan of Lash Legend myself. So.
I know Pyro loves Michin. It's definitely time to give her something. She wasn't a champion back in Black and Gold. She hasn't done really anything up on the main roster. It's time to kind of give her something.
Her last thing was the poster girl for the OC, and now that's kind of weird.
We will talk about that when we come for Clash at the Castle next weekend.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that then. And going into our next match, and speaking of the OC, NXT Tag Team Championship match, Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking on the OC. Remind me again kind of how this started, because I believe I missed that one. I know I saw them kind of attack them last week.
Well, the OC have been really just bullying the tag team division in general, and because they are the champions, they obviously have the bigger target on their back, and that's who they've gone after the hardest.
Okay.
So, consistently, the OC have been on Frazier and Axiom, and it's in their rage about it that this match came to be.
Okay. I know that, there was kind of an attack last week, and I saw a little bit before that of another attack between them, so I kind of figured maybe there was, another match that the OC had where that kind of led to this, but I didn't.
I think they were just poking the bear, honestly.
Well, we are split 50-50.
Literally on the paper, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. With Pyro, myself, and Flash all choosing the OC, whereas you, Desario, and Cauldron have chosen Nathan Frazier and Axiom to retain.
Yep.
And your reasoning for that one?
I have trouble whenever anyone comes from the main roster after titles in what is the brand that you're striving to be looked at and be like, hey, let's move them to the main brands.
Yes.
I struggle to see someone come from the main brands for a championship on that.
Okay.
Specifically, and that just might be my brain.
Hey, it's your opinion. That's why we ask it.
So,
I think it's kind of time for the OC to get something. They haven't been champions in a while, and I think that the only time that I really agreed, aside from them, for a champion or a group to come down to NXT to grab the titles was when the New Day did it, because they needed that type of transitional champion to get ready and to prep up another champion.
Right.
All right. Speaking of champions, our next match.
Our next match is the NXT North American Championship with Oba Femi versus Wesley versus Joe Coffey in a triple threat match. Now, most of us, that being Twisted, Desario, Cauldron, and myself, have picked Wesley, whereas Flash and Pyro have chosen Joe Coffey. So, do you know why Pyro chose coffee drinker?
As funny as that is, Pyro is a very, very big fan of Gallus.
Fair.
They're
great.
Gallus boys on top, and Oba has shown what he can do, what he is capable of. Wes has had his time as the champion, and so for Joe Coffey to be that third person in this match, I know Pyro's going to give it to him because it's time for Joe Coffey to get a singles run. He's seen him on other brands and other companies be a dominant force, so that's definitely kind of where his brain's going with this one.
I was pretty excited when Gallus came back, and they come back with a bang. So I'm very excited to see another member of Gallus in that ring again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's been missed.
I think all the rest of us who have picked Wesley is mainly because we'd like to see him with the championship again when he was supposed to win it from Dom. But
I think it would have been more satisfying to see him win it from Dom.
Yes, it would have been, but then we had the back injury, unfortunately, which took him out.
Poor
and
Wes.
we have missed him, and now he is back, and back with a vengeance, definitely.
Oh, heck yeah, he's back to finish what he started when he had to leave. So.
And Flash's reasoning is literally because if you say his name quick enough, it's Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey. It's not Joe Coffey.
It's not Joe Coffey. All right, going on to our next match, we have Shayna Baszler taking on Lola Vice in NXT Underground, and this will actually be in the octagon.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is going full on. These women want to tear each other apart. So kind of going in a little background for this, last time we had an NXT Underground match, it was Natalia being in the corner for, I can't remember who her little protege is.
Carmen Petrovich?
Her, yeah.
Carmen Petrovich.
I couldn't think of the name, but I know I heard it earlier. She was taking on Lola Vice, who brought Shayna Baszler from the main roster to kind of be her background. They did a little bit of tag team, and then Lola kind of was like, I don't need this. I'm done.
And it was wild. Me and Darren my bad. Where Cauldron, we're talking about it too, and we were like flabbergasted. We're like, wait, why?
Yeah, no.
It just seemed to come out of nowhere. There was no real rhyme or reason, because if I remember correctly, they won that match. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, what, huh?
Yeah, no, I can't tell necessarily what they're trying to do with Shayna Baszler here. She's got a match coming up at Clash at the Castle for titles. She's got this match. She had this tag team with Lola Vice. She has a tag team with Zoe Stark. I have no clue what direction they're trying to go with her. It's like she's living two different personalities. She's either trying to recreate what she did back in Black and Gold, or she's trying to actually be somebody on the main roster.
Yeah.
Looking at our predictions, majority and actually all of us unanimously have picked Shayna Baszler to win this match. I do see Lola getting the upper hand for a small bit, but I don't see her dominating because, just like Desario, just like Pyro have said, I've seen her back in Black and Gold, how dominant of a champion she was. I don't see her taking an L in this one. This is more her style. Mm-hmm. And, had you seen her back in Black and Gold, she was tapping people out, making them pass out. She was breaking bones.
She was ruthless.
She was. She would have been one of your favorites, honestly, back in Black and Gold.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, take us into our next match.
Okay, here, now we're at the NXT Women's Championship match between Roxanne Perez versus TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. Mm-hmm. What a wonderful thing to see Jordynne Grace again. Last time we saw her was the Rumble. Mm-hmm. And
she showed up and showed out.
This being my first exposure to TNA, she left quite the impression on me, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, all of us, except for one, are unanimous in Roxanne Perez, with Cauldron choosing Jordynne Grace. Let me offer some insight into Cauldron's answer.
Please do.
All right, so Cauldron, he doesn't necessarily pick up things.
Yes.
In programming like the rest of us do. Mm-hmm. And so he doesn't necessarily understand the ramifications on what happens if, she does get the championship. Mm-hmm. Even though they're co-mingling.
Yes.
Not necessarily on the first championship do you want to do that. I think a relationship needs to bloom and blossom before they can just do that. And we're too early to be doing that.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, so. We're kind of too early in the intermingling exposure to have her drop the title. I also think that this will be a very big challenge for Roxanne. Yes. I think it'll be a very big test for her new heel character.
I'm very much looking forward to this match.
This is going to show why she's the Prodigy.
It will really showcase what can Roxanne Perez do.
Mm-hmm. And can she do it on her own? Mm-hmm. Because there is a recuperating Cora Jade, who used to be Roxanne's best friend.
And she had just posted a picture to her Instagram the other day where she was actually resting on the ropes, looking pretty dang healthy. So saying it was leg day. So that leads me to believe that we might actually have a little bit of help from returning Cora Jade, maybe.
I'd love to see it, because when Cora turned, they did their matches against each other. Who's not to say that Cora comes back, and this is how you solidify your two top heel women?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could ever see Cora being a face. Ever. It's hard for me to picture because she's so good at being a heel.
You love to hate her.
It's phenomenal.
I'll definitely have to show you some of her face work. You liked her then too. Like you definitely like.
You love to hate her for sure. Yes. I remember not standing her at first, and I'm just like, she's such a good heel.
She is.
Such a good heel.
She used to be, even as a face, she was one of Flash's favorites because she would come out on a skateboard.
She needs to teach Miss Perez her ways because she is struggling being a heel. Miss Perez, of no fault of her own, she's so young. She has so much growing in the business to do, and she's already so impressive being as young as she is. So I'm expecting such great things.
Do you want to know something amazing also about this?
What?
If I remember 100% correctly off the top of my head, Roxanne Perez, when she was back as Roxy, was the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Oh, wow.
She's the youngest and the first ever.
Wild.
Yes.
Double knockout there.
Yeah. So her going against Jordynne Grace, who is pretty much one of the most dominant champions that we've had up to date, it'd do wonders for her career. Especially pulling in some underhanded tactics would really show more of her heel side.
She needs more. She's not a convincing heel. But she'll get there. I have faith in Roxanne Perez.
She definitely will.
She's a prodigy for a reason. She's just got to get there.
Booker T will definitely show her what's
Booker's got this.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear him on commentary when it was with Jordynne Grace's match?
It's hard not to hear Booker on commentary. He's so funny and he's so out there all the time. Protect Booker T at all costs.
They were talking, and Roxanne was on the headset as well, and Vic Joseph was trying to poke holes at Roxanne. And Booker was just like, yo, she's the prodigy. She would come to my school. I would watch her. I've watched this woman grow. And his voice broke. And the funny thing is, Vic Joseph said, I can tell you're really into this because you just hit puberty at the age of 60. You went through puberty yet again at the age of 60. And it was just hilarious to hear. I love Booker T on commentary, especially when it's a Roxanne Perez match. And I really hope we get him on commentary tonight.
Please, Booker.
I am so hoping, you. Especially for this next match. NXT Championship, Trick Williams versus Ethan Page, and we know how Booker gets
exactly. He goes with the beat of it, and I like it, and it's the best. I love it. It's just like when Samantha Irvin does her little voices for different people, like Chelsea Green.
Yes.
So hearing him do that is just like, oh yeah, I'm bouncing with him on my couch watching this. Like,
yeah, they definitely get into it. Like even with Pat McAfee on Monday Night Raw, when Jey Uso comes out, he's on the table. He's, we're all yeeting.
I just yeeted all over myself, Cole. He's great. The
best thing that Pat McAfee ever said before he went a little MIA and just recently came back was when he sat with Michael Cole and they were on commentary and he said, Cole, you've had a lot of husbands, but I'm the best one.
See, I'm that woman coming to the door with a Pat McAfee in my hands going, can we keep him?
Yeah,
please
definitely.
keep him.
Please, at all costs.
Oh my, he's so funny.
So going into this, we are entirely unanimous. All of us have picked Trick Williams to retain his championship. This is his second ever title defense. I don't see Ethan Page picking it up right away. But the way that they brought this out and amongst themselves was absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. The way that they set up this match for Trick, a lot of people would say that it's very quick. Brother Pyro would say it's a little too quick. But
it was fast.
But I believe it was the perfect storyline for this.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderfully placed storyline. Everything fell into piece in the right way.
To be, yeah.
Even though it was quick. Mm-hmm. It still was done very well. Yes. And we've seen our fair share of sloppy, silly storylines.
Yeah, especially the, I gotta get this done in just a minute, let's quickly write this.
Or I could bring up another thing, but we'll bring that up later because it's about AEW and we're going to keep it strictly
WWE.
Yeah.
But definitely, I am very excited for this match. Ethan Page has been kind of around the block when it comes to promotions. So I'm very excited to see him in the ring again. I saw him a bit in AEW as he is a former AEW superstar. So
I'm excited for the whole card for the most part.
I am too. The only one that I can say is kind of more or less a letdown is that Underground match for me.
Oh, why is that?
It's just kind of that one that, is going to be that match where you take that breather. I feel like that's going to be that match. Either that or that tag team title match. Those are going to be the two where you get your breathers. Everything else is going to be your big ones.
That tag team is where I'm seeing
your big breather.
My breather, because intensity in some of these matches is insane. And just the intensity between Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice itself. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Might as well put it in an octagon. The tempers are so big, they need it.
I mean, I'm hoping we really get off the leash Shayna Baszler, but
yes, please.
WWE, I don't think is going to pull that trigger. I mean, I don't even think we're going to get former black and gold Shayna Baszler, which is going to be the disappointment of it, and that's why I think that that's going to be a breather match.
We'll be texting each other, so.
Definitely. Well, guys, that ends our NXT Battleground card, and we will have our recap up tomorrow with Hex joining us again. Thank you again for being in while Brother Pyro is still out.
We're still waiting, Pyro.
We are definitely still waiting for that comeback, but no word yet on Brother Pyro.
And he can take his time. I'm enjoying myself.
And with that, lovely people, we leave you. Laters.